You're welcome back. Time for business, and Emmanuel Abuajiriafe joins me in the studio now. Emmanuel, good to see you as
I like the
always.
way you pronounce my name, Emmanuel. It's interesting.
Okay.
Yes.
So I understand that there are some issues of smuggling at the
Yes,
Tema
there's actually
ports.
some good news for the petroleum downstream sector because a high-powered government delegation has uncovered a syndicate, a petroleum smuggling syndicate, which has already cost the country over $800 million. I mean, Ghana cedis.
So what's the good news? You're going to nip them in the butt?
Yes, I mean, the process has already started and people are being, arrested here and there. So eventually we're going to hear some good news.
Good. Okay, give us details.
Thank you very much. And a high-powered government team led by Deputy Finance Minister Kweku Kwating and the Chief Executive Officer of the authority, Alhassan Tampuli, has uncovered operations of a fuel smuggling syndicate at the Tema port, which have cost the country about 850 million Ghana cedis so far. The Association of Oil Marketing Companies had hinted this as far back as middle of last year. The syndicate uses vehicles or vessels which berth at the harbour under the guise of dislodging dirty oil, but discharge diesel or petrol directly into the fuel tankers parked at the shore. NPA boss Hassan Tampuli says investigations have begun into the issue due to the far-reaching implications for the downstream petroleum sector and the economy as a whole.
What they say they are bringing in sometimes is what we call like dirty oil, kind of. So they take it to some oil refinery for blending and to further refine it. So when they bring some of these vessels, they indicate that it is pledged. Now, our investigations indicate that those are not the case. I mean, it's actually good petroleum products. They're not fledged. So we want to use this vessel as a case study to understand exactly what's going on. And then what it does again, that it distorts the market. So those who are genuinely selling petroleum products are not able to compete with these guys who bring in the products into the country. And a significant amount of the tax bills are made up of taxes and levies. So they don't get to pay the taxes and levies. They can reduce the price, sell it at ridiculously low prices. And those who are in genuine business would not be able to measure up. And then we lose taxes from those who probably have been working and paying taxes. Now, secondly, we don't know the origin of those petroleum products. It could be petroleum products coming from pirates who have seized vessels on the high seas and then managed to find a way of selling them by doing ship-to-ship transfer. We could have folks bringing in anything into the country, including anything that can lead to some disastrous consequences.
Now, moving on, energy expert Kwame Jantwa has lauded the construction of the biggest LPG plant in Africa for the generation of thermal power in the country. The president on Thursday cut short for commencement of work on the project, which has already been criticized by some energy stakeholders. But energy expert Kwame Jantwa thinks the decision is a bold one, which will bring lasting relief to consumers. He was speaking earlier on Business Live.
I think it's a good thing. We need a critical mix in terms of our energy supply. But, one thing is emerging, and the thing that is emerging is that we have a very ambitious president, and he's bent on making sure that he sticks to his promise of making sure that we industrialize and Ghanaians don't pay too much for electricity. Now, I think he's very much aware of his one district, one factory, and one village, one dam project that would need a lot of power. He's also very much aware that the power we have must be cost-effective, efficient, and sustainable. If you know what we have right now, all the generation plants we have right now, apart from Akosombo and maybe the Tikos, is emergency. They're all emergency. And so what he's trying to do is to make sure that he gets sustainable power that would lead us into the type of industrialization and the type of comfortability that Ghanaians require for business and the private sector and everybody to be happy. This is, and it is touted as the biggest LPG fire-powered plant in the world. The good thing about it is that it's also a combined cycle. Combined cycle means that it operates on LPG, it operates on natural gas, and it operates on diesel. So anytime there is a flux with either of these modes of power generation in terms of the fuel, it could be substituted. Again, there's also steam with this particular project. It's going to be in two stages. Stage 1, with the gas turbine, a purpose-built in steam turbine is in there. And then Stage 2. Stage 1 will give us 200 megawatts of power. Stage 2 would also give us 200 megawatts of power. So for me, all in all, so far as we can consume the electricity and we can export that electricity to earn foreign exchange, to invest back into the power sector in terms of maintenance, I think it's a good thing.
Away from the energy sector, consumers with one need or the other as far as anything car is concerned have an opportunity to satisfy their desires this weekend. This will be at the Automobile Exhibition and Fun Fair at the Junction Mall at Nungwa here in Accra. The three-day event, supported by the Multimedia Group Limited, seeks to bring together prospective buyers and dealers of automobile brands for the best deals. Ebenezer Asare Mankwa is Center Manager of the Junction Mall.
This is the second edition of the Automobile Show organized by managers of the Junction Mall at Nungwa in collaboration with the Multimedia Group Limited. Consumers have an opportunity to satisfy their automobile choices during the weekend. The three-day event seeks to bring together prospective buyers and dealers of automobile brands for the best deal. Ebenezer Asare Amankwa is the center manager of the Junction Mall.
We've seen that vehicles are no more luxuries. They are necessities of life, especially in the city in Accra. So we thought it wise that it would be necessary for us to put this together and to afford our customers and shoppers the opportunity to acquire vehicles without hassle. And that is why we put this show together. And Junction Mall, being the mall with the widest variety of offerings, we thought that it would be good to have this as well. Occasionally we are going to do this so that our customers and our shoppers will also have the opportunity of getting other things that you normally not get in a mall, like a vehicle. Wide range, from classic cars to exotic cars. We're having SUVs, sedans. Your dream car will be here. You know my dream. It will be here, and that is the essence of the event, is to give us all the experience of cars that we've seen in movies, we've seen in the news. Is going to be here right here at the Junction Mall.
Asare Amankwa explains the economic benefits the fair will bring to dealers and lovers of automobile brands.
The essence of programs like this is to highlight and promote your brand. In some places, yes, some are able to make sales right at the event. That's good. But look at it after the event, after sales. Yes, because people will come here, look at your brand, make a decision, and come back and buy. The added advantage of partaking in this event is that the Junction Mall has one of the highest footfalls. Lots of people visit here during the weekdays and the weekends. So anyone who is part of this event has that enormous advantage, because anyone who is visiting the mall is going to have an opportunity to see your brand and access your brand. You never know. And in marketing or in business, getting a lot of people to know about your product is the best. It's one of the best things you can do for yourself. The good thing we are doing with this event is that it's not just the ordinary auto show, where it's just a show, cars are there, come have a look at it. No, we are running lots of events along. On Friday night, for instance, we are doing a fashion show under an auto show. What a classic thing to have. The Saturday, we are doing a live band. We love our live band. So the live band will be here. All your lovely renditions of music will be played. Then you can have some good fun. How much did it will be played for you live here. On the Sunday, it's a fun day. We are doing test drive of the vehicles and have food bazaar to go with it.
The show is open to both vehicle owners and potential car buyers.
So remember, the Automobile Exhibition and Fun Fair is the place to be this weekend and is at the Junction Mall at Nungwa. And that's it for Business Tonight. Many thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. My name is Emmanuel Abuaji Riafi.